Hi there everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot and my name is Kay. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. It's wonderful to be here with you today and thank you for joining with me. And I want to say a thank you and a welcome to my subscribers and new subscribers, and welcome to returning viewers and any viewer that's new. If you if you enjoy what you've seen or hearing in this reading, please like and subscribe and comment and all that really good stuff. That would be really great because it'll help get my videos out to more people that can be helpful to more people then. And today we're going to do another alphabet reading. I'm going to randomly draw from here, and these are the ones I've done already. If you're just new, you can check out my channel and the playlist for alphabet readings. And I think yesterday I did P names and the day before was F names. So who knows what it's going to be today. But I do this because it'll give you more specificity to the readings that you are already referring to, like the collective reading and your zodiac readings. This will give you more specificity because whatever letter is coming out for you, whatever letter comes out, it's going to be that represents the first initial of your first, middle, and last name, or your nickname. Whatever you most resonate with and are most identified with, that would be the reading, the alphabet reading you would refer to. So there's, with the collective, it's the entire collective. When you have a collective reading, it's everybody that it can resonate with, just anybody that comes to tarot card reading. The zodiacs narrows it down a little bit more, for your sun sign and your moon, Venus, and rising sign. You can get a free chart at astro.com, a free account, and then a free birth chart where you can find out where the other zodiac signs, what zodiac signs sit in those positions in your birth chart, the Venus, moon, and a rising or ascending sign. So that'll give you 3 more zodiac signs probably on top of your sun sign zodiac that you can refer to, get more information about the situation you are coming to tarot about. And this is just going to bring it down even that much more because there's only so many people who have that initial, right, out of the collective as their first, middle, last, or nickname. But again, it has to be for the one that you are referred to, like that you most resonate with, or that's how people refer to you. Okay, so let's get started, and I'm going to randomly choose a tile, and I'm not looking, just trust that I'm not looking. Here we got one. I got 2 actually. Oh, we got W, Wayne, Wendy, and so on. You know who you are. Maybe your last name is Wainwright and you go by that. Maybe you got a nickname, Willie. Okay, so let's go ahead, Wayne names, W names, and get started. Please subscribe and like. Again, like I said, if you like what you see and hear in this alphabet reading for Wayne, now I'm going to say Wayne names all the time, W names, okay? Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, please assist and guide me today with correctly interpreting the energies in these cards and to help me see clearly. Thank you so much. And what do we know? What do we messages do you have for the W names today for this alphabet reading of September 20th, 2023. All right. I gotta call my sister. It's her birthday today. Oh my gosh, so much has been going on. It's not even funny. Okay, we're doing the Celtic Cross reading, so we're starting off with the current energies, overall energies, which is the Ace of Cups. Wow, that's beautiful. A big old divinely inspired path, new path. There's the divinely inspired new path in love. All right, what's crossing it? Page of Cups. Okay, so there may be a need for an apology, just an expression of I love you, and I adore you, or, you know, or it's just an immature offer, or, you know, or it's a child. Depends, right? Let's keep going. Distant past. Strength. Okay, finding the strength and the courage to overcome challenges and obstacles that are standing in the way of you coming forward with W names, with an apology that brings in this, you know, divinely inspired cup of love. This is divinely inspired. Just so you're clear, W names, the divine is saying yes to whoever it is that you're thinking about, that you feel most in your heart is the one for you. The divine is saying yes. So recent past, the Hermit. Okay, you've been hanging out in hermit mode, allowing the divine to guide you, to bring inspiration and insight to you, and you become wiser as a result. Look at this fellow with the gray hair, right? He's looking back and he's seeing that the snake he was with is actually a snake and not a woman or a man that you were once attracted to. You will now see when a snake is a snake, because you're wiser, and you've got this path to go up to get even more and more enlightened. As the higher you go into the mountains, higher elevation, higher advantage point, perception. Okay, and then let's get this out of the way. What is in your thoughts? The Queen of Cups. So there's your girl. That's who you're thinking about, the beautiful darling of the tarot deck. She is very kind, compassionate, forgiving, loving, caring, and has a big cup of love to give to somebody who is going to be right for her. Are you that one, W names? Okay, and the bridging energy is death. Oh, wonderful. Someone's putting an end. There's been an abrupt end to something, but as it ends, something beautiful begins or transforms. Something's transforming for the better now, because you've made room in your life for it to be. What are you fearing? Judgment. Oh, okay. Well, maybe you might be fearing that the divine is going to make you pay karma for something, and that you're not going to, the karma will be that you're not going to be able to reunite or reconnect with this Queen of Cups, or that she's going to call judgment on you, and she's, you know, the same idea. She's just not going to reconnect with you because she sees there was too many things wrong in the past that she's not happy about still. And if you were to approach her, this is what you're afraid of, okay? Doesn't mean it's true, but you're afraid that she's going to remember all that and throw it back in your face in some way. Or, like, the bottom line is that she won't reconnect with you. So who's in your environment? The Nine of Pentacles. I would suspect that this is her, the Queen of Cups, who's sitting in independent energy. She's quite prosperous and beautiful. She's well adorned, and she's skillful and capable, and she's wise, and she's just got it all. She's got it all going on. She's doing well in her life, fruitful and prosperous, abundant, and loving herself. This is loving herself in nature. She's practicing self-love, which is what we all have to do. But in this particular reason, this person, she may not be in your immediate environment, but she's in your environment that if she's not in your immediate environment, like nearby you somewheres, she's in your energy, that environment. She's in your aura because you think about her all the time. Every time, just like you think, if you have a particular angel you call to, like I call to Archangel Michael, every time I think of his name or say his name, he's there. He's right there with you. He's in my energy. I can feel him, I know it, and I trust it, and I believe it. So it's the same thing. When you think about your girl, boom, her consciousness is with you. It's not about her body, it's her soul, her consciousness is with you. And if she's thinking about you, then boom, you're there with her too. So the two of you are connected already at the energetic level. and may have been physically connected at one time, but probably not right now. But you're still energetically connected because you were, you got to know that each other existed in the world, right, at one time. What's in your hopes? Queen of Pentacles. You're hoping to commit to her. Wow. You're hoping to make a commitment, a wife out of her. You're hoping that, so I suspect you're the King of Pentacles, So you're hoping to be equally yoked with her and put her in a commitment with you. Okay, what's the energy you're sitting in? Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. Wow-wee. Okay, so either you're sitting in the Ten of Pentacles upright, as in you're ready for long-term commitment with this young lady, however young she or old she might be. She's still a young lady. And or this is speaking of it being in reverse, which to me is divorce. That you have been having to shell out some pentacles, some money, because you're dividing up your assets with your past, with your wife, your ex, whoever that is. Okay, so let's just put it this way for now and see what happens. What's the energy of these two? Broken heart. And the Page of Swords. Okay, yeah, with the Three of Wands on the back and the mending of a relationship, healing and all that stuff. Okay, so here we got the Three of Swords and the Page of Swords. This was a difficult message of truth at one time that you delivered to your Queen of Pentacles, and ever since then you've been brokenhearted. Let me think here. So I have two stories here. This is the Queen of Pentacles, is the one that you're currently committed to. Yeah. There's two sides to this coin. You want to make your Queen of Cups, you want to commit to her, make her your wife, basically, or at least your long-term partner in love. And because you had at one time delivered a difficult message of truth to her, telling her that you were in a past relationship with somebody, broke her heart. Your heart is now broken because it broke her heart, or it was broken all this time. It's hard to say, but the other way to look at it is that you're hoping that your Queen of Pentacles will, move on with her life after the divorce and not stay in broken-hearted energy, if she is, or won't break your heart in some way, shape, or form, because she is going to be talking to, from a broken heart, this Queen of Pentacles, you're hoping that she's not going to start talking to your Queen of Cups, is what I'm saying. She's not going to deliver up, what would you call it? Just negative energy about whatever she thinks is what she's got the dirt on W names here, and she's got the dirt on W names that she's going to share. It's hopefully to break her heart and to break your heart too, because she wants to talk. Your Queen of Pentacles, the one that you're currently committed to, wants to talk to your Queen of Wands or Queen of Cups. So either way, whatever resonates with you, whatever you know about your Queen of Pentacles or who she is to you, that's the way you need to look at that. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Wands, passionate action, communication, back and forth, and the Ten of Wands. Wow. Okay. And then so she's been heavily burdened, holding on to these burdens. Ten of Wands, which is, there's no more burden you can take on. That's it. You got to let it go or else it's going to kill you, kind of thing. Ten of Wands, heavily burdened by the communication that you last ended off with her. You must have been in an argument, not seeing eye to eye on something, and she perhaps sent you a final message that said, I can't do this with you anymore. It causes me too much grief, and it weighs heavily on me that you won't choose me over the other, and that you are shutting me out of your life. So that's been weighing heavy on her, that the communication you had at the very end, last time you communicate, just was not, it was probably a message of anger back and forth, okay? At least a message from her to you of anger. All right, the back of the deck is 3 of Wands, looking for your ships, waiting for it to come in, because you're looking across the horizon as you're turning your back on the past. Very good, which means you turn your back on your marriage to the the Queen of Pentacles. What else? You want to mend a broken heart, a broken connection, like this one here. You want to mend that. You see this Queen of Cups as being your guiding star or guiding light in your life, and you think very fondly of her, and you want to balance. You want to balance to heal. So you want to find balance between your heart and your head, and reconnect to find that balance again in your life, having had her in your life. And this world is a successful completion to a cycle, and it is starting off in a new cycle, possibly going across the world, or at least reconnecting through the World Wide Web, because this is an internet card too. Very good. And Ace of Swords is all about wiping the slate clean between you two. Whatever was hidden or lies and deceptions, that's going to be, you're going to come forward, W names, and explain yourself to her. Give her the goods that she needs. Everybody, each one of us needs to have the information we need in order to make an informed decision, right? An informed one. Not one that's hasty or impulsive, but an informed one. And you're going to do that for her by coming to her in truth, honesty, transparency, and clarity. Wiping that slate clean of all that deception and lies and secrets before. Okay, let's clarify the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups energy. Remember I said divinely inspired, new path, cup of love, new path in love, divinely inspired. Remember that. It's anything that is the ace is divinely inspired. The divine is saying yes, and we support you, and we're going to help you in every way as long as you keep going forward, following what your heart is crying out for. Then we're there with you, 110%. See, we'll give you a way bigger cup of love than what she could even give you. She got a big cup there too, but look at this one. It's huge. All right. I'm just kidding, but it's true though. Okay, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, let's talk about Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. Justice, balancing the scales. There was an injustice in the past, probably due to too much passion, and Knight of Wands would have been in the reverse, player energy. Because of the player energy and too much of the passion that has to do with sexual pursuits rather than the passion and the desire of using it in a way to create life. And I don't mean literally life, but life, when you create things from your desires, your passions, the goals that you have, that you're passionate about, and you desire to have a certain outcome or whatever, that's creating, that's life. So you were using it not in the way that it was meant to be used, the divinely inspired action of passion. You were using it in a selfish, what can I get way. W names. You're using it in a player way. Justice has come in and said, no, you can't do this anymore. We're putting an end to this. These scales are going to get balanced now, because your heart is crying out, but you're not listening. But you're of the age where you can and you are. So it's time to balance those scales. And because you have a wish to do so, then we are going to support you as long as you take the action needed to offer that cup of love, that message. Bring a message of love or apology to your Queen of Cups. All right, I hope that made sense. Let's put this behind us. Let's talk about the Strength card. What can we know, Archangel Michael and Holy Spirit, in the distant past? We have the Strength card here. Overcoming obstacles and challenges. What were you holding yourself back from? W names, W names, W names. I'm trying to say them more often. W names. All right, well, here we go. There's a Wheel of Fortune, the destiny of following your passion and being defensive, with the Six of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Okay, it's because of the karma you had to pay that the wheel was not turning in your favor at the time. You had karma to pay first before it would turn this way. So in other words, it was going backwards. And you were having to experience a lot of drama, upset, pain, hurt, battle. You know, just literally drama and battle. You've been battle worn by living this life with this one here, the Queen of Pentacles, who was your choice you made way back when you had the other choice to make was the Queen of Cups. You chose the Queen of Pentacles because she was already your wife. But it made you that life of having to hold yourself back from what it was your heart was really crying out for. Caused you to have to pay the karma, so that the destiny, the path of destiny that would take you to your true love, you had to live through that energy first, which was battle torn energy, and then you became defensive. But you were defensive throughout the whole time. You were holding back with your defenses up, and these boundaries here that said no to the Queen of Cups and yes, or you know, maybe you had defenses towards her too. I could imagine that you did. Okay, so you were holding yourself back from moving in the correct decision, or moving from the rough waters of having a life with her to the calmer waters, having a life with your true love, and moving forward with to offer her a cup, your cup of love, devoted and sincere love. That's what you held yourself back from, and as a result, you became a wounded warrior who was quite defensive. You're not living, I mean, you know, when you're not living your life, when you're not on purpose living your life, doesn't it feel like wrong? Like it's like trying to shove a square peg into a round hole. It's like, oh, how come this won't fit? And you're doing like this, that, and everywhere else. You're just trying to make it fit, hammering on it. Yeah, well, it's not going to go in there because it's not the right shape. Sorry. So that's what life feels like when we're not on the correct path, the path that our hearts are calling out for, not our logical minds or our obsessive minds about the material world, you know, possessing things, finances, how much money can I make, how much more I can make, and how much money can my money make, and so on and so on. There's never enough money, right? We want more. Yeah, that's like that square peg in a round hole. The Hermit. Ace of Pentacles. The Vine is opening you up to a new vista. Okay, because you have decided to become enlightened. And there you are, the King of Pentacles. All right, well, this is fantastic. And the Hierophant, yep. So you were married to this one here, you know, you two are yoked, right? You were at the very same type of level, very similar energetic levels of the way you thought about life. and how you would operate on the world to have and get whatever you wanted to get and have with each other. You're both kind of on the same page about that. So you were perfectly matched back then. And so you got married, right? But at the same time, over here, we have you being in hermit now because the divine has shone some light on you and showed you how you were so focused on the material world, what, you know, the money, the pentacles, the money, and how much money you get and all that stuff that I said before. You were so focused on that. You needed to see how focused you were on that, because this became a blinder. It became, like, it's huge. It's a huge focus. It became a blinder to the love that your heart was crying out for, that you were not listening to. So the divine came in and showed you what it was that you were feeling. Now, if you know anything about tarot, you know that before the star card, which is number 17, the tower comes. It's number 16 in the major arcanas. So the tower had to come down before the healing, you know, anything could be healed. So you had to be woken up, basically, to what it was you were doing that was sabotaging your efforts to have the love that was not only loyalty and abundant and prosperous, but love, true, deep, intimate love, unconditional love is what I was trying to say, right? So you met this one in the distant past that you're holding yourself back from, broke her heart, and but then the divine said, I think we're hearing you. We're hearing your heart. As quiet as it might be as a mouse, we're hearing you crying out for this. There's got to be a better way. I'm not happy here in this marriage. I am not happy. I don't feel fulfilled. Why do I feel so empty and lonely all the time? Why do I feel brokenhearted? Like my heart is not mending, because whatever you two engage in your private moments or public moments, it's not endearing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's anything but endearing. It might have been in the beginning, but it isn't. It hasn't been for a long time. So you have been thinking about your Queen of Cups, which, you know, you're thinking about. You also see her here, even though this is a marriage card. This has to do with seeing somebody as being a very strong soul, having a very strong soul connection, soulmate connection with her. That you know there's more to just knowing this woman, that there is a strong bond there between the two of you. You're sensing that the divine is helping you to sense it, to see it, okay, with the clarity that the sun brings in. And so you are maturing as a result. The King of Pentacles, you're not a Knight of Pentacles, you're not a Page of Pentacles, you're a King of Pentacles now. And you have learned so much about the world, okay? You know inside and out how to make the world work for you, especially financially, and maybe investments and buying real estate, whatever, stocks, bonds, and so forth. You know how to make money work for you. You work hard. You're a hard worker as a King of Pentacles, very hard worker. You do your job well. You're probably in a higher position than, maybe you're in a manager's position or assistant manager, or maybe you've been bumped up to CEO. It's hard to say, but you're smart. You got great acumen, okay? You're intelligent and quite able and capable in the world, in the material world. And you got your eye on the ball, but at the same time, the divines come in and says, you need to have your eye on your heart too. That's balancing the scale. And here's the two cups here, which is your true love. You see her as your true love, not this one. And believe me, it's been bringing you a great deal of stress, knowing where you're not, that where you are, you shouldn't be anymore. Okay, maybe you I would say never, because it would have brought a powerful opportunity for you to grow, and which you did here in the recent past. You grew a lot. The tower came down and it forced you to take a different path, to think things differently, to do things differently than you ever did before, because what you've been doing is always causing more despair and grief and loss than what you expected. So it's kind of like, it's insane, W names, if you keep doing the same thing and hoping for a different outcome. That's the definition of insanity. Now, I'm not calling you crazy. I'm just telling you that that's what we do. We all do it, W names. You're not the only one. We all do that. We keep doing things the same way because it's familiar and it feels safe, but we hope for a different outcome. But that's not possible. So until we wake up and see that, so the divine wants to wake you up to see that, you started seeing it. Now you know who your true love is. Not this one, but this one. Okay, let's talk about her. Let's talk about what you're thinking about, W names. We got two cards. The sneaky card, the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Swords card. And wow, Five of Wands. Holy smoker Rooney Tunes. The Ten of Cups. Woo. Six of Pentacles. Huh. Okay. I would say that this is the Death card. That's clarification for the Death card. You put an end to this Ten of Cups that you had with the Queen of Pentacles that was anything but a Ten of Cups, which would be a happily ever after. But that's a commitment to family and love, enduring love. And you put an end to that, and which means the Six of Pentacles, you had to divide up your assets for that. When you were in the middle of divorce or getting divorced at the end, whatever. But the Queen of Cups, you've been thinking about how you mistreated her, took advantage of her, told her that you were single and available, yet you weren't. And so you became the fox in the night, and you stole the chicken and you ran off as fast as you could. So these are all chickens here that you got under your arm, and you're running, looking back, making sure no one's seeing you. That's lying and deceiving. That's deception and secrets. That's hiding what this real situation is, and that was that you were married when you connected with her, the Queen of Cups. You were married. You were not single and able to have anything more than whatever it was you did when you were with her, if you actually got together at that time. It's got that far anyways. But that's been putting you up in your head ever since. You have been in your self-imposed prison, sitting on the fence, not doing a dang thing because you don't want to see, and you just are allowing your thoughts to just circle around you like this, around and around and around, even when you go to bed at night, because this is distress, right? That's keeping you up at night. Those are the same swords, right? Up in your head, and you're feeling conflicted because you know you did such a naughty thing to your Queen of Cups, who did not deserve it, from what I can tell, did not deserve that. To have her hopes, raised, thinking, oh, like, we get along so great, we could probably be a really great partnership, have a really good partnership and love together, and then you dash off like a thief in the night, and she never hears from you again. So that's been really, really bothering you a lot about what you did, and you're conflicted about being able to come forward and talk to her, reconnect with her again, because look at her, look how good she's doing here. She's really picked herself off the pavement since then, and she's created a life for herself independently. She's not codependent on anyone, and you're seeing her that way, and so you're thinking, like, what do I have to offer her other than my love? Well, if it's true love, you got a lot to offer her. If it's unconditional love, you have 10 times more than a true love to offer her. It means that you'll never let her down again. Ever again. You'll never behave like this ever again. You're letting down. You're turning it around. You're turning yourself around. That in itself will be a change, okay? that she would see as like, wow, okay, you really have changed, because you're not going to be like that with me. Of course, if you are, you know, she won't, if she finds out and feels as though you are, she won't have anything to do with you, because she's grown, she's wiser, a lot wiser, and she's burdened. So that burden of the past with you, she's grown wiser from. So let's talk about the death energy here, the bridging energy, which is wonderful, because it says you're putting an end. You're divorcing not only your Queen of Pentacles, but you are you're knowing who it is that you truly, truly love, and you're putting all that sneakiness and deception and player-like ways behind you. You don't have to sneak around anymore. You don't have to hold yourself back from love anymore, which is what you were doing. Instead, you're going to be able to stand up in your courage and your strength and move forward, because you put an end to all of that other stuff that just does not make a happy life or a happy marriage. 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, yeah, and the 2 of Pentacles with the 4 of Cups. Okay, yeah. See, she had offered you her cup. Now, this is a divinely inspired offer of love. See the hand coming through the cloud? That means it's God. You know, it's a divine offering. So that, again, she was divinely inspired. Now, the Queen of Cups is quite intuitive, okay? Very intuitive. She's connected. You know, she's tuned in, tapped on. Oh, she's tuned in, she's tapped in, tuned on, whatever you want to say. But she knows when she's receiving guidance, and she will follow it too. So she did what she was inspired to do, offered you this cup of love at some point, and you looked at it, maybe considered it for a second or two, but you see you got other cups down here that are not tipped over or broken or failing at that time. So you said, "Nah, sorry, I can't. I can't take your offer." So you rejected her, okay, back then. Instead, you wanted to pull her into a, what do you call it? The 3 thing. What is it? I just lost my head there. Third party, thank you. I had to laugh in order to remember it. Okay, third party. You pulled her and wanted to try and pull her into third party, where this would be you and your Queen of Pentacles and her as a third party, because you were still in self-sabotaging mode. Remember, you were sabotaging your life over here, and the divine said, "Yeah, now got to put an end to that, because we hear your heart, so you need to stop and listen to your heart now before you go any further." And so, but you were busy sabotaging your life like a crazy man. W names. You were busy just, you know, doing things that just wasn't going to bring that happiness and that enduring love and just joy into your life that you want. Possibly because you never had it before and you don't really know what it looks like. I'm just guessing. 2 of Pentacles means that you had been juggling between the two, right? And juggling your heart and your mind, and you're trying to find some balance. You found some balance now, because look, they're kind of equally balanced, heart, mind. And that is why, because the divine has come in and helped you balance your scales here. That's why you're putting an end to all this sneaky business from the past, okay? This is, you're not going to reject her cup anymore. In other words, you're putting an end to rejecting her. Let's talk about her now. 9 of Pentacles. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, please tell us about the 9 of Pentacles gal here in the environment. Please and thank you. Four of Wands. King of Wands, 7 of Pentacles with the 8 of Cups. Okay, this is, yeah, okay. This is how she sees you. She sees that you could be someone who is either her divine counterpart, you know, the divine masculine, divine feminine, the 1111, right? 4 wands. She either sees you as that, or she sees you as somebody that she could be in a committed, happy relationship with, if you were to act on it, to actually take action and move towards her with an apology, of course, and some explanations, and the intention to mend the connection. Or because she's been looking back at what it was, and she remembers the 7. She's remembering, it's nostalgic. She's looking back at what she's sown and grown and is able to harvest, which is not something that she's fond of, because she remembers having been with you. It just felt toxic and it felt wrong because the way you left it, and you were so W names, you're in the energy of, you know, just telling half truths, or not talking much, like telling her much about your life and whatever. You're just kind of keeping things on the down low, and she was probably thinking that you guys got on so well that wouldn't you want to know everything about each other? So she didn't feel like you were just playing with her, keeping her, you were obsessed with her, keeping her as one of your possessions, and how you walked away from her, and she, you know, had to put this down, and her own obsession about you, she had to lay it down and walk away from you. So that's the kind of energy she's in right now. It looks like she's in kind of a yes, no, maybe so energy, that she sees you as someone that she could be with if you were to come to her correct and take the action to do that, to actually do it instead of not showing up. In other words, that I guess she's seeing you as being somebody who is on the slowest moving horse in the deck, in the tarot deck, which is the slowest moving knight, but committed and perseveres and always meets their mark, you know, crosses the finish line, but very, very slowly, like the turtle in the hare. But she may also be seeing, since she's not hearing from you, she's also seeing that you're not only standing still when it's in reverse, you're actually moving backwards, further and further away, right? You know, you're going further and further down your rabbit hole of, you know, dark thoughts about how she wouldn't want to have anything to do with you, and you're letting your head and all your worries, your thoughts, drag you further down into that hole that says, what do I have to offer her? I'm no good. Look what I did to her, you know. Why would she ever want to have anything to do with me? You know what? If it were you, if the shoe was on the other foot, you would likely be that way. But this one's not going to be that way. You would likely probably tell her to take a flying flip if she were to return to you after what she'd done to you, right? If the shoe was on the other foot. I'm just guessing, okay? But she's not going to do that, because she's in pre-Empress energy here, meaning she has forgiveness in her heart. She's the Queen of Cups, for God's sakes. She has forgiveness in her heart. She will listen to you. So just come correct and take that leap of faith, like the courage to stand up and take the action that's needed in order for you two to actually start harvesting what you started in the past. King of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles gal together with, you know, Queen of Cups, right? So the final energy, the Ten of Cups in reverse. Is it in reverse, Archangel Michael and Holy Spirit? Is he divorced or divorcing? Or is it Ten of Pentacles an offer without the divorce? Let's see. Page of Wands, that's passionate message. Five of Cups, about how he's in regret, crying over spilt milk from what he's done. And the Empress with the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, I think that what this is saying is that it's telling us that you're getting divorced or on your way to divorce, W names, because you want to start off on a passionate new beginning with your Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, because you've been sitting in remorse and regret and missing her dearly. You know, with the Two Cups behind you that you're just not seeing because you're looking at all your failures here. But you know, there's the Two Cups. You know that the divine has that on offer for you. You just have to turn around and look at it. You have to get out of your mopey head. Your mopey head about, look what I did. She'd never have any, you know. It doesn't mean, just because you might behave that way, doesn't mean she's going to behave that way. Okay? That's something you've got to consider as being a real, true reality, that she may not very well behave the way you would behave if the shoes were on the other foot. So the Empress here means that you see her as your Empress. So she is everything to you. You see her as the highest maternal, fertile, leader, successful, abundant, prosperous, kind, caring, compassionate, forgiving, and the list goes on, you know. You see her as everything. But you're sitting here like this, in mopey business. Like, what do I have to offer her? What do I have to offer her? And why would she ever want to take me back after what I've done to her in the past? Well, that's only you can answer that. Only you can. And so you're going to have to figure out if you can take a leap of faith and find the courage to no longer hold yourself back from approaching her, like at least messaging her. Send her a message. You want to, but you have to do it. You have to get off your knees to do it. And allow this one to show you the way. Like she will probably surprise you, because she's not, in your mind, she's an Empress. And this is pre-Empress. So she's probably as close to being like Empress than just a pre-Empress. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter what over here, she's still the Queen of Cups. She still has deep love for someone, and she sees that you would be a good, you know, partner to have in this type of celebratory engagement, you know. She sees that in you, but she sees that you need to take action and do something instead of sitting or moving backwards. Sitting on your spot, like even worse than a turtle. Okay, so you got to keep moving. You got to do something. You got to show and demonstrate to her that you want to commit to her as the King of Pentacles, to her as the Queen of Cups. So, as they say, hit the pavement running, right? Yeah, and that's you do want to offer her. Oh, look here. Okay, so you do want to offer her your pentacle, something of a small gift when you do approach her, and you want to do it. But and you're okay. You are seeing her as the Queen of Swords, so somebody who's got her sword up. Yep. And here you are as the King of Cups. All right. So yeah, you need to take a leap of faith. Approach her with passion, small gift, an apology right here. Remember, the divinely inspired cup of love. Knowing that the divine is shining its light on this whole journey, okay, for you to go towards the person that's in your heart. You're going to see, she's going to be a Queen of Swords. She's going to ask you questions, but fair enough, right? You would do the same. But take that leap of faith. Take a leap towards her with your heart in your hand, which is that cup right there. Look at the two of you. You are yoked now as King and Queen of Cups with your cups to give each other, right? Which is this. Okay. Yes, she's fair though, and she's always going to listen to you. She says, come to me, tell me what it was or what it is that you need me to know. And, you know, I will process that. And if I feel like it's fair and it's transparent and it's truthful and honest, let's keep talking, right? Let's keep talking. That'd be great. Instead of her bringing the sword down on you, cutting your head off, you know, cutting you out of her life. that's what I know, guys. I hope that this was helpful. Please subscribe and like, and we shall talk to you W names next month. Bye for now.